What's going on, guys? Welcome to Storytime Slots Podcast, episode number 2. Thank you for joining me, guys. Today, I have a special guest that will be joining me in a second. Okay, he's a fellow slotter, and his name is Avo, Casino Jackpot 777. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in right now and say hello, guys, to Avo. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Hagen? How's it going, man?
Good, man. Good. Thank you for joining me, Avo. A fellow YouTube slot enthusiast, fan, I don't know, quote unquote gambler. Can I call you gambler?
Absolutely.
Some people are like, oh no, don't call me gambler, man. Like, why are you insulting me? No. All right. Thank you for joining me, guys. If you don't know Casino Jackpot 777, he has a channel, a young channel like mine. He was probably one of the first ones to email me, say, hey, man, I like what you're doing, this and that. I got to meet him, and I'm lucky enough to call him my friend here in this space. And then he saw my first episode of the podcast. He's like, man, I want to be part of that. And then I thought to myself, well, Avo, like, I don't like talking to myself, and I would love to have a co-host whenever you're available for some episodes. And he goes, well, I'm all in. Let's do it, right? So here we are, man. Here we are, bringing him in as hopefully a full-time co-host on the episodes. And whenever he can't do it, we understand. But he's going to make an effort to be here. I want to welcome him to the podcast. And like I told Avo, I go, we're going to have guests on here. We're going to have fun on here. The whole point of this podcast is to talk about gambling, slots, casinos, games, the addictions, life. How does that all connect, and the fun side, the bad side, and having people in the industry, right? Like having guests in the industry, other influencers. I don't know. You want to call yourself an influencer in this space? I don't know. Do you consider yourself an influencer?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely an influencer. I mean, I finally cleared 10,000 subscribers, which was a huge milestone. Thank you, Hagen, man.
Congrats, brother.
But yeah, so clear 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm enjoying it. I really like it, and inspired to get as cool as you. I'm gonna try here a little bit, see if I can be as cool as Vahagen. What's up, guys? How are you? We're gonna be inviting Casino Jackpot 777. Is that no?
Yeah, don't forget the rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby.
Yeah.
I tried.
Cool.
I can't be as cool as you, but I could try.
No, man, I'm not cool. I'm just regular. But some people ask me like, why I wear shades all the time? And my eyes are like sensitive to light. But I'd like to just say to people, it's rock and roll.
That's what I'm talking about.
Or I tell people I feel like it. Does it bother you? Whatever, bro. I wear shades. Like, I like it, So, I mean, that's kind of my thing. Ever since my rock days, inspired by like Gene Simmons or, all those guys that wear shades.
That's cool.
Stuff.
I love it.
It's kind of like having like a t-shirt of your brand, like that's your brand. Like, I don't know. Like, I like it. I feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, I think you look great in
but
it, man.
Anyway. I have a lot of pairs, man, but I only like the funny thing with shades is like I have a lot of pairs, but I only like like 3 or 4 that are like my all-time favorites.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
And it's nothing that you would think like Prada, Gucci. No, it's nothing like that. I have those too, but I don't wear them. It's like Maui Jims are probably one of my favorites. This is an off-brand, doesn't even have a name. I love the way it looks, and I picked it up from like an express store in the mall.
That's cool.
So I'm like, it looks cool. I like these glasses.
Not to dwell on this too long, but when you said Maui Gen, I actually got these from the Hard Rock, Maui Gen, and I never heard of them before, but pretty cool, I guess.
Maui Gym is
these
Maui
little
Gym
sunglasses here. I thought they were pretty cool. I put them on; they felt great. So I bought them.
Yeah, Maui Gym are real good quality, dude. The polarized, and they cut glare if you're like at the beach on the lake. It cuts the reflection from the water.
Yeah.
So a lot of those sports guys that have boats and stuff wear Maui Gyms. So
nice.
But anyway, so how'd you get into? Well, let's start off by saying like, why YouTube? How'd you get into it?
Yeah, yeah. To hear a little bit about me, so I mean, I've been gambling, man, ever since I turned 21. I mean, it kind of runs in my family a little bit. My mom loves to gamble. My grandpa was a huge gambler. I mean, my grandpa would drive to Vegas. I remember this with his Cadillac Eldorado. You know, his 60s and 70s is that he'd only drive Cadillacs, drive out to Vegas, gamble. Um, Short story about my mom gambling. She gambled so hard one trip when she turned 21. Her dad bought her a Mustang Mach 1. 1972, 71 Mustang Mach 1. Beautiful car, man. She drove it out there and she gambled so hard, she ended up selling the car for $500. I mean, those cars probably sold for, I don't know, back then it was maybe $4,000 car. She sold it for $500 to gamble. She lost it, called her dad, and he had to send somebody over there to pick her up. So you know,
Hmm.
gambling kind of ran in my family. And I don't know if I've ever taken it that extreme, but gambling kind of ran in the family, and I've been gambling my whole life. And at some point, about a year ago, I said, you know what? Maybe we should start a YouTube channel. You know, I'm gonna be, I'm doing this anyway. Why don't we just post it? I love people. I love interactions. I love making videos. Let's just start posting and see how this goes. You know. And I started posting it and started to get involved in the community and friends. And, you know, then we got to meet Vegas Matt recently. And actually, I just met NG Slot 2 nights ago at the Hard Rock. I watched him.
You met him.
Yeah.
How was he in person?
He is a pretty nice guy. He's a pretty nice guy, but he had a lot going on. He had a lot of people and a lot of things. And so I didn't have his undivided attention for too long. Um,
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I remember him bumping into the guy next to him, and the other guy had a problem with it. And Angie was like, "It's okay, man. Don't worry about it." He stuck $100 in his slot machine, and the guy was like, "Oh, thank you." You know.
Wait. Run that by me again.
He
Sorry.
so NG slot went to sit down on the slot that he was about to play, and there was a guy sitting
Uh,
next to him playing low limit,
okay.
fairly minimum bet on the game, and NG bumped into him. Well, the guy was taken, he was taken back by it, like, whoa, bro, like, what are you bumping into me for? What's your problem?
To
Like,
NG.
NG, yeah, to NG. Obviously, he didn't know who
That's
NG
funny.
was, and we
Okay.
had a
Is this at
crowd around him with cameras and everything. I mean, you would have thought the guy would have, caught on or something, but
Is this Tejon?
yet to
Is this
hone,
Tejon?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then NG
That's
went and
cool,
just
man.
put $100 bill in his slot, and that kind of fixed things with him.
No
He
way.
did,
That's what NG would do, right?
yeah.
That's what NG would do. I've met him once, but I didn't approach him. I
Oh, I
saw him
see.
like from a distance. I'm like, hey, that's NG right there. It was at Yamava,
Mm,
and I'm like, that's NG. He's taller in person than in the videos.
yes.
He looks taller. Like he's taller in person. He's a big dude,
Yeah.
and but I didn't want to approach him. He was doing his thing. People were taking pictures with him and stuff. But this is way before I was recording.
Yeah.
Like way before. Man, I play a lot. I decades of casinos and gambling before. Same thing with you. Same thing like you,
Yeah.
man. I said, why not just record? I come from a background of videography and photography, so I'm like, well, let me record and bring in my love of what I do,
Yeah.
audio, video, and then I have the music background of my, I used to be in a rock band with the audio and all that. Like, I kind of understand what I'm doing. So I'm like, let me do that, and then it's been crazy ride lately, although it's been a crazy ride.
Really.
It's I haven't had a lot of luck on the slots. Let me tell you.
Mm,
Like I don't think I've had a breakout session yet. Like one of those big ones. Um, so I say, you know what? Do I really want my channel to be just about slots? Like, no, I want to talk. I want to have conversations. I think that's missing in this space. And that's why I kind of started it. If you remember my first video, I started commenting with that fight NG had with I don't call it fight, but that whole thing with NG and Mr. Ampe, that's what sparked my channel. And then from it's been crazy from then on, you
Yeah.
know, a lot of ideas, a lot of things I want to do. I want to incorporate my life into this, you know, my personal battles and struggles with my goals, my weight loss, my this, my that. Let me bring in that because a lot of people are going through that and the gambling addiction part of it. Because a lot of people, like, you should read the comments in my videos where people talk about the addiction side of it. So
Yeah.
yeah. So then you started a channel and
Yeah.
you know,
Just started the channel, and honestly, the idea is, I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm doing this pro bono for fun and you permanently for fun. I Obviously the idea here is, and I told my wife, I said, if I can, somehow sustain my gambling with the amount of money that I could possibly make on social media, how cool would that be? That would be pretty cool that I can make enough money to where I can sustain the gambling portion. And that would be good. That would be goal number one. Now I'm realizing that is a much challenging goal because I'm not the guy that's going to go to the casino with $100 or $200. My budget is usually much bigger, and it gets very expensive monthly. And obviously, we're in one of the most expensive content. I mean, to get content under our genre is terribly expensive. So it's just
yeah.
what it is. But it's been fun. I've been enjoying it. Can I say has it been making me want to gamble more? Sure. Yeah, I definitely agree. I could definitely say that. But it's had its challenges, and it's had a lot more fun moments than its challenges. And I got a lot of subscribers that are diehard fans, and at this point, I feel committed for them as well, not just for me, is because they enjoy this portion of their day to watch me and to communicate with me in the chats. And same with you, Bog, and you have a lot of, fans, and you have an extremely amount of comments under your comment section, and a lot of people want to connect with you because they feel what you're feeling, and you're talking about things that a lot of people are not talking about, and they can connect to this on an emotional level, which that part of it really is big for me as well.
Well, that yeah, when I started, I was like, okay, I think that conversation piece of in space is missing. There was a guy that was doing it, but he was more of like a gossiper. I don't know where he's at. Have you heard of like Easy Life Jackpots? Have you heard of that guy?
I think I have,
Easy
yeah.
Life. I don't know where he's at, but he's the kind of the guy that was he would play, but then he would spill the tea and spill the gossip on other slot channels. He was having some sort of conversations regarding this gambling genre space, but it was more like the National Enquirer.
Mm,
However, Vegas Matt, I feel like the reason why they're so successful is that that conversation is there. You know, that conversation. It's like a podcast,
yeah,
and they're playing slots, and they're genuinely funny. They have charisma. They have. It's fun to follow them. It's fun to listen to what they have to say, and they're good dudes. You know,
yeah,
and that's why they're popular. I mean, not only the reason, but like big part of it. So I'm like, you know what, that's kind of missing in a lot of these channels. Let me bring conversation into this. I necessarily don't have to be in front of a slot machine. I want to talk about the addictions because it affects me. It affects my life. It affects thousands of people online. That's why people gravitate towards the comment section, and I welcome them. And I always tell people in my videos in my YouTube channel that this is not only my channel; it's your channel.
right,
Feel free to start the discourse down there because you guys are the engine that drives this, and I think that's a big part of what I'm doing. Of course, I have some haters in there that I think that's where I'm kind of struggling right now is to find a like a balance to where okay, I want to gamble responsibly. However, I want to also talk about the negative side of gambling. And then some people have an issue with me doing both at the same time. You know, some people say I'm a hypocrite or one day you're this, one day you're that. But I feel like those two worlds can exist
Yeah.
at the same time. And the good thing about us gamblers is that we can get up one day and say, you know what? I don't feel like gambling today. Like I don't feel like it. I feel like taking some time off because it's a hobby. This is not our job. This is not our what we do for a living. Uh right now it's not. I mean, if these things take off, I mean, look at all these guys. It's a career for them. Like all these big slot channels, the top 10, maybe the even top 20, I'd say this is their full-time gig.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe they have some kind of passive income or something going on there. I'm assuming the big guys do because there's no way those guys can sustain that level of play without having some kind of business going on there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that's probably truthful for the biggest gambler on YouTube. A guy like NG Slot Hagen, that guy is, I mean, you see it. $500, $750 a press. I'm down
Yeah.
120,000. I'm down 250,000. Boom, we got a $60,000 jackpot. Well, you tuned in on his. I tuned in on one of his lives. He hit like a 40,000 jackpot and says he's still down 120,000. I was like, what?
Yeah, there's no way you're sustaining that, man. If I don't care how many clicks you get,
Yeah,
his level of play.
yeah,
I said top 20. I take that back. No, some people are doing it full time because they don't play as big,
right.
and they're in the top 20. But NG, guy like that, guy like Vegas Matt, I'd even say Mr. Hampe, Mr. Mike. Those guys play big,
Yeah,
and when I say big, I mean anything over $100 a spin. That's ridiculously high, man. I get nervous spinning 25. I mean, I like $25 a spin for me is like, where's the money going, bro? Like, yeah, right. And I want your take on this, Avo. Like, what? Like, back in the day when I used to play blackjack, my hands would be $100 minimum. Like, I would play $100 minimum bets, but it wouldn't go that fast as slots. Slots, 1 second, that thing is gone.
yeah.
Blackjack, there's time, shuffle, this, that. Um, so do you feel like okay, where is the border of low level bets to high limit? Like what's that spin amount that you say, okay, I'm kind of borderline, regular spins or high limit? What's that amount for you?
Yeah. Well, everybody's number is going to be based off of your income and lifestyle, right? Um,
Yeah.
I'm thankful. I have a pretty good income. I have a full time job, so generally my trips to the casino are going to be a certain amount. It's going to be probably my average budget is somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 per trip. So if I'm taking $1,000 per trip, I try to try not to bet too much. I'm going to keep the bets somewhere around $10, seven
And
fifty.
wait a minute, let me just jump in
Yeah,
here. How often do you go? What's your average like a month? How many visits?
yeah. A month. Well, as of late, I've been going quite a bit. I've probably been going twice a week.
You
That
gambler, you.
Yeah. Yeah, I play a lot. So, I mean, twice a week, and then we have the occasional trips to Vegas, like once a month. I was checking my recent trips to Vegas, and it's been once a month essentially, and they give a lot of free play over there. Um, but really, I mean, there's two ways to gamble, right? Logan, I mean, you're usually either going in to just have some good away time from home and just go have a great time. You could do minimum $10, $15 bets on blackjack. Just kill time and have time go by, go with a few $100s and have a great time. You got to have low expectations if you're doing that. I don't.
Yeah, but come on, dude. The money doesn't last. I mean, the money in this day and age with the games that we like, taking $200. I mean, that thing is gone in a matter of minutes. Usually the case. Sure, you can get lucky, but yeah. Go on. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm just like if you were gonna play games like Buffalo Gold, where you're probably gonna lose, but you have a huge potential at a massive 20-minute bonus that can essentially pay you $1,000 on a 60-cent bet. Things like that. You want to play games like that, 60 cents, you're going to get some kickback and losing. You can make a few $100 last a while. You're going to play blackjack. Unless your luck is completely bad, you're going to win a couple hands, lose a couple hands, some going, giving and taking. You can make it last, but I don't really find enjoyment in that. When I have friends that come to Vegas, hey, we're going to the casino or something, I might sit with them and grab a drink and hang out and bet small and things like that. But when I'm going, if I'm playing blackjack, I really don't like doing anything less than $50 a bet. Either I make 500-600 bucks or I lose 500-600 bucks. I have some stories with that, a lot of stories, but very interesting stories you guys would love to hear. But I'll leave it at that for now. Generally, if I sit on a blackjack table, I make 500-600 bucks. I have a rule. The rule is if I'm ready to leave, I don't leave until I lose one hand. And I can't
Mm,
tell you how many times I've done that, Vahagen, and I won 5 hands in a row, and I ended up leaving with hundreds of more dollars. Or if I lose one hand, that's cool. I just lost $50, and I'm okay walking away. You know.
mm. Interesting. Yeah. No, my blackjack days were fun. I used to win some money, but then they brought up these shufflers. And I don't want to start any theories, conspiracy theories, but my luck just went south after that.
Yeah,
And local casinos, not Vegas. Um, so you go about 8 to 9 visits a month, if I were to calculate
at
everything.
least.
Vegas. Okay. All right. And yeah, man. I mean, what's the forecast lately? How's it been for you? Like, are you winning? I mean, let's take out that. By the way, if you don't know the story, Avo just won a kilo of gold, not an ounce, a kilo, ladies and gentlemen. Every time I tell that story to somebody, they go, "What kilo? What the heck? That's like 200 G's." I'm like, "Yeah, he won that." You got lucky on that drawing, man. Like that was amazing on your channel, guys. Yeah, if you're not following Casino Jackpot 777. Follow him. He won a kilo of gold at the Tajon, and what amazes me about that drawing is that there was only 52 contestants. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And and word on the street is you sold it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Long story short, Thursdays of last month, February, they were giving away was it 3 tickets per hour between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. So they gave away about 12 tickets per day on every Thursday. Turned out to be about 52 tickets. I was the winner of one of those tickets. We put it into the little raffle thing, manual. She spun it and pulled my name out. And man, it was just a
That's two
shock.
percent, bro. Less than 2% chance. Less than 2% chance of your name calling out. And the funny thing is, you were recording at the time,
Yeah.
and you're like, all this is on his channel, guys. Check it out. He's like, please call my name. Please call my name. And then they called his name.
Yeah.
And when I read the title of your video, I won a kilo of gold. I couldn't believe it. I had to watch it. And then it was just an amazing feeling that reminds me of when I got that jackpot spin at the Yamava, 15,000 of free play. I couldn't believe it. Everybody jumping up and down.
Wow.
The chances of me hitting that spin wheel. It was a spin, the big spin in California. Remember that when they would see spin that? It was a big wheel,
Yeah.
bunch of slots. I got the jackpot lever and $15,000. Like the chances of that me hitting that, getting my name called, first of all, not once but twice. I hit it the first time they called my name the same night. I hit it 250 free play, the lowest of the lowest,
Mm.
the majority of the slots. And then I was all down on myself. And then 10 minutes later, they call my name again.
Yeah.
Out of the whole, because can you imagine that? And then I go and I spin it as hard as I can, that the whole wheel almost fell off at the bar.
Yeah.
And then boom, 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 boom. And the guy, the lever was falling over to the 250. I'm like, stick, please, please. I'm thinking to myself, and it stayed there. And I jumped so hard, everybody was high fiving me. 15,000. So it was kind of like that, dude. 170 grand.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing, man. I know you wanted to buy a Corvette. I saw your video on that.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
That's like the worst investment.
Yeah.
Well, okay. All right. Here, gambler telling you about investment. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just I figured like this was not budgeted. The gambling I do is budgeted. and this was an unexpected gift. And hey, if I spend 60, 70 grand of it, I ended up selling it. I called around a lot of places. Somebody offered, the biggest offer I had was $165,000. And he wanted me to hand him this gold for $165,000 company check. I'm like, I don't know about that, man. I mean, I gotta have something. I'm gonna leave you the gold and leave this place with nothing but a piece of paper that has your
Yeah.
company name on it. So, long story short, I ended up making him go get me a cashier's check. I went to that bank afterwards to verify the cashier's check because I don't deal with 160. I don't know about you, Hagen, but I don't deal with 165,000 every day, bro. I mean, that's
No.
that was a huge chunk of money, you know.
Uncharted territory. Definitely. Like, what do you do with that? Do you
Yeah.
know? So that's crazy. So you sold that. You even got some silver in the side.
Yeah, I got a roll of 20.
What was that about? He didn't have enough to pay you, or what was that
That
about?
was no,
You
that
just
was just
wanted
me.
it.
I wanted it.
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted a memory of the transaction, you know.
Hmm.
So I have two thousand
Yeah.
dollars worth in silver, just to why not, have it for an investment and a memory of that transaction,
So let me. You're married,
I
right?
am.
Or you're married. You're married. Kids?
No kids.
No kids. So married. What do your wife think about all that? Your wife gamble?
My wife loves gambling more than me, probably.
Okay. All right. So that's the one thing that we are different in is my wife doesn't like. My wife is like she gambles, but it's kind of like not her thing.
Lucky
You
you.
know? Yeah, it's not her thing. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like losing. But she's not really into it. She rather go spend the money on clothes, shop,
Yeah.
buy stuff, but she's not into it. I go, yeah, that's fine. So we don't spend time together at the casino. Um, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't think I could record and do everything I do at a casino if I had family members there or friends. Like, I don't think I could do that. Every time I take a friend, like I can't record. I can't do my thing. So I got to be by myself. I got to have all the time in the world. And usually when I go record, it's like, okay, this couple hours, I take care of whatever I have to take care of, and this and that. So, but
Yeah.
anyway, so your wife
Yep.
gambles. What did she think about this gold thing, and what was any suggestions she had about the money?
She was thrilled. She wanted a Chanel purse.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. Did she want? Well, yeah.
She
Okay.
wanted a
All right.
Chanel purse, and she wanted a couple
All right.
$1,000 to go on a Vegas trip. And like her list was a little long. Vacation. There was some of that in there, and I told her to relax.
Do
I'm
it.
not. I'm not in a rush to spend that money already.
Listen, I don't know if are you a world traveler? Have you seen the world or not? Not really.
We travel quite a bit, but we like to go to tropical places like Cancun and Cabo,
Okay.
and
All right. So how about like a European trip or something like that?
so we're thinking about
Something
going to
big.
Egypt. My wife's Egyptian,
Yeah.
and we haven't.
Okay.
I've never been to Egypt before, and she hasn't been there since she was a kid. So that's been in the talks.
Okay. Let me tell you something. If you were to invest in memories, that they can't take that away from you.
I hear
Um,
that, brother.
People sometimes blow my mind, man. My friend goes and dumps 20 grand, and then he kicks himself after saying, "Damn, I could have went to Italy for a month with that money.
Yeah.
Instead, I went to Yamava, got pissed off, 4 hours." I'm like, "Yeah, man. Like, first of all, you're 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 playing too big, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Who am I to give advice? But like, yeah, I don't know, man. Anyway,
Well, it's easy to say
travel.
that. It's easy to say
Yeah.
that once you lose. If you won 10 grand, it would have been a different
Yeah, but how
story.
often does that happen? How often does that happen, man? Like, honestly,
Yeah.
like, how often do you win 10 grand? Like, out of all these years I've been playing, not counting your goal because that doesn't count. Okay, your slot play. Like, I've won the biggest hand pay I've got is $11,000. Like, out of all these years playing, and yeah, I'm not spending 100. I'm not spending 200. Yeah, obviously, but that's the biggest hand pay. I'd say, you know, travel, or invest, or do something with it. Uh, you know, um, put some of it in your on your channel, obviously. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
invest in your channel and different concept videos you can do. And by the way, guys, he has an amazing live stream. He has tens of thousands of viewers every time he goes live. Alvo does, and I was like, wow, man. I think you peaked one time. You had like 50,000 viewers.
Yeah, actually, I had 184,000 was my biggest.
Whoa.
Yeah,
How does it feel like being in front of 100,000 people? Like,
it's pretty insane. But I was having the most insane live session as well. I was winning 4,000 jackpot here, 1,500 jackpot here. It was just it was everybody was just like in awe of all. And then security came to me, and he's like, "Sir, you can't record." And so I had a
what?
lot of things happening, and it was a very entertaining live, man. I mean, I would have rather watched that in any movie out there right now. So I didn't, I understood why there was so many people there.
So because you were hitting it, it was generating a lot more viewers, right? Like it was all the action.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah,
Hopefully
unfortunately,
you got
in
a
our
lot out of
in
it.
our genre, when people see losing, they're not really attracted to that. The winning obviously gets a
It's
lot more views.
it's not sexy, it's not flashy, it's not, right. You're right. Although that's why a lot of channels only, not only, but sometimes the majority of times they only post the big winners. I'm not going to mention any here, but it seems like every single time they're hoisting checks, whatever, it's working,
Yeah,
man. That's all I got to
yeah,
say. It's working. They're playing the game perfectly. And where I come in is, okay, do this, it's fine, but then also do the other part, which is educate your audience.
yeah,
Educate your audience, man, because your audience, some of them will take this the wrong way. And they will try it with their money, their hard-earned paychecks, whatever. They'll borrow money. The worst is borrowing money to gamble. Like if you have to borrow money, like pawn stuff,
yeah,
to gamble, that's the worst place you can be, man. Never gamble with money that you don't have. That's number one. I don't know if you've been there in your life, but like,
yeah,
yeah, there's instances where you're desperate, where you don't want to go home, or you don't have cash in your account, but you want to take some credit card funds out, right? That's fine. That's emergency gambling fund, but you know that you're gonna pay that back, not take 5,000 cash advance or whatever 2,000 and know that you're gonna pay that over time. That's stupid.
yeah, yeah. It's I've been gambling a long time, Vahagan. I've been through a lot of stuff with gambling.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stories, and I've learned a lot of things. And I know, obviously, we probably don't have a whole lot of time to go through it in this podcast, but in the future podcasts, I have stories to tell you, man. They're going to be eye opening,
Yeah.
and I've learned a lot of things that are going to be eye opening for people and suggestions that I have. But at the end of
Well,
the
this this
day, huh?
this channel is called Storytime Slots for a reason,
You're
man.
gonna
I want
have
to hear
some
the story.
amazing stories, brother.
Yeah.
24 years, never had kids. I was pretty loose with my money at times in my life, so we got some stories to talk about. And
How long you been married? How long you been
I've
married?
been married since 2018, but I've been with my wife for 20
Oh,
years.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Nice.
Mike Tyson says it best, brother. You can have as many plans as you want until you get punched in the face. We can have as
Oh
many
yeah.
plans as we want in the casino until you get that emotion of when you lost that money and you're out of money in your pocket. Everybody responds a little differently, my friend. It's
It's
that's
like, hey, it's like you have a plan until you don't, right?
You have a plan until Mike Tyson. I can't say Mike Tyson says it the best way, man. You have a plan until you're in it. Right when you're in it
Yeah.
and you feel that emotion, everybody responds differently. You know.
That's why they say, because I get a lot of comments, you should have done this, you should have done that. Yeah, sure. But when you're in the heat of the moment, there, sitting there, things happen, things change.
Yeah.
A perfect example of this has nothing to do with gambling. You go to the casino and your machine is taken, or your machine is broken down, or they moved it, or somebody pisses you off at the parking lot, or you're getting in a bad mood. Like somebody gives you attitude, and all of a sudden your mindset, everything has changed. Or you take a budget and all of a sudden you get destroyed the first 10 minutes, and all of a sudden you're everything
Yeah.
changes. Everything changes. So
Even when
it's
we're
easy.
gambling, our minds operate differently. Like if I know I have access to more money, suddenly I'm looser with the money that I have because I know I got a backup plan. But
Yeah,
if I don't have a backup plan, my ATM card's at home and I'm 2 hours away from my house and this is it. Whatever happens, all of a sudden you find yourself being a lot more careful with the money you have, right? I mean, so it's all psychological, and there's a lot of psychological things that happen when you're in the casino and you're gambling and you're losing your money, and you think about, whatever you get paid, $30 an hour, $40 an hour, and you lose $200. Like, geez, I worked an entire day to make that.
yeah, yeah,
4 days to make. When you try to convert the money you lose in the casino into real life effort that you put in, what you could have done with that money, you know, um, that puts perspective on things, and it changes the way you think. And after you do this so many times, eventually you have to come up with a plan to be able to sustain gambling, or else it's just
yeah.
unsustainable. Yeah.
The thought process I have when I have backup is like, I have that. It's okay. Let me make these big spins because if this doesn't work out, I have this, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I think about. Like, oh, I have this going on. If this doesn't work out, or when you're up, and I think it's a good idea. If you want to win big, try it. Like, and you're happy breaking even, and you're up a little bit. That's when I kind of like go for gold sometimes. Um, and it works out. It doesn't work out. But my whole point of all this is, a lot of people tell me like done this, done that, but like you got. It's different when you're there. It's different when you're playing with your money, right? Because I could tell somebody, give advice, don't do this, don't do that, but it's like it's different. Like when you're playing yourself and it's your money and things don't work out,
Yeah.
emotions come into play. Like a lot of things come into play. It's not like a perfect thing going on. It's not. Casinos are not, and they're not easy, guys. Things happen at casinos where it just derails everything.
Yep. Yep. All your plans
So
come and go really quickly. You could be up $1,000 and be on the biggest high in the world,
let,
and 10 minutes later
let,
you
let
could
me
be
ask,
down, 1,000.
let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. When is your going home cutoff point where it's like you want? Is it the winnings or is it the time there where you're tired? Like when do you say, okay, it's good for the day, I want 2,000 or I want 1,000, I'm good,
Yeah.
right? Or is it that you're tired, you've had enough? Like when is
Yeah.
it time to go home for you?
Well, me and my wife have this set, she asks me when I go to the casino, what's your goal today? We have a
Yeah,
goal that we set. And if you hit that
right.
goal, you know, you're done. It's cut off. You're cut off at that point. You get up and you're done. It's hard to do sometimes. But sometimes you get
But
it past your goal, and
do you follow that though? How often do you follow that? Like how often does that cutoff work?
I don't want to talk about that, Vahagan. I'm just kidding.
Okay, all right.
Okay, not always. Not always.
If you were if you were to give it a percentage, like,
Yeah,
okay, we got to our goal, we stopped.
yeah,
But then a lot of times you get to your goal and the credits in the machine though.
yeah.
You forget about the credits in the machine, right?
So the key is, and this is things we're going to get into, all the different suggestions I have when you're gambling, how to handle it when you have the money in the machine, how to handle it, what do you put back in the machine, and how do you play it. So I have a lot of different things and ideas, and here I'm going to put it all through here, and there are great suggestions that are backed up by a lot of the community as well, and a lot of great longtime gamblers will tell you the same thing. But honestly, if the money's in the machine, generally, if I'm going to hit my goal is not going to be $50, $100. My goal is generally, double my money at least. Like if I'm taking 1,000, I want to make it 2,000.
Okay.
And that 1,000 is ready to be burned if it needs to. If it burns, I'm done. Walk away. Leave my ATM cards at home. I have no access to money. We do that almost every
But what
single
if
time. Every single time I don't
what
do
if you
that, I'm loose with
yeah.
my money and I pull out more.
What if you double up the first 5 minutes you're there?
If I double up the first 5 minutes I'm there, I go use the amenities. I go eat the food. I enjoy the
Okay.
free stuff. If I went
Okay.
up like a couple $100 above my goal, I stick that my goal money with my money in a slot that I
Yeah.
don't touch, and I go maybe just go ahead and play however I want to. Sometimes I'm like, I'm fine getting out of here and going to Disneyland today. Whatever.
So would you consider yourself disciplined in that area, like, or
No,
sometimes you screw up too? Okay, all right,
no, no. I'm not
yeah.
disciplined in that. And just a little story on that, just really quickly, since we're on Storytime Slots, Wahagan. Uh, I hit a. Actually, this happened pretty recently. I hit a $6,900. Actually, it was a $6,800 major. The whole Dragon Link feature paid me $6,900. So I got the $6,900, and I called my wife, and I hit the big major, and woo, this is great. We're gonna go out, we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna come. I have money for you to come to the casino. We don't have to go to the bank. We're good. You know what I mean? You can have a good time tomorrow. I still to this day didn't have the nerve to tell her that I came back with $1,800 that day.
Huh. Eh, Well, at least you didn't lose everything plus your bankroll.
Honestly, I had to come with the 1,800 wagon because I had to give her some money, bro. I promised her all this stuff, and I said I have to leave with this because if I leave with nothing, oh man, we
Yeah,
hold each other accountable, and I didn't want to face her with
you're
that, so I came back with
you're
1,800, and I hope she's not hearing me. She's
yeah.
the floor above me right now, so
You're better than I am at that, because if I lose my jackpot money, it's like, damn it, what am I going home with $1,000 for? Like, I feel bad already. So I end up dumping that plus whatever. How many times I call my wife saying I want something, and then I come home all pissed off.
yeah,
She shakes her head. She goes, "Next time, don't text me. Like, don't tell me about it. Right? Don't tell me about it. Just if you win, tell me at home. Right? But don't tell me about it while you're there in the heat of the moment. Like that's and I get excited. That's a problem. Like I want to tell my wife. I want to say, I hit this. I take a picture. I text it.
yeah,
And then I feel so stupid when I lose everything back. And it's like a lot of it has to do with. I'm better at that though. I used to be like that. I'm better at that, but a lot of it has to do with gambling. A lot of it has to do with maybe greed.
yeah,
You want to win more. It's coming right now. It's hot right now. And then the biggest part of it for me is when you have that money and when it's gone, right? Let's say you're up 2,000, right? And all of a sudden you try 400 of it. You stop by a machine, say, you know what? I'm up 2,000. Let me try 400 more before I leave. And you lose the 400 and you go, I want that 400 back. Like, I want to leave home what I want. And it just gets me into trouble all the time. So I need work on that too.
yeah. Yeah, that's a challenge. We should. My suggestion is to get a check. It makes things a little more complicated. When you're in your right mind, when you win the jackpot, you're in your right mind. When you lose the money, you're not in your right mind. So
But even $2,000, 2,000
yeah,
for a
yeah, get a
check.
check. Some
Yeah.
casinos will let you, some casinos won't. But most casinos will give you a check. Actually, a lot of casinos in some of the mid and central states, right outside of Texas, Oklahoma, a lot of these other casinos, you could take your cash to the ATM machine and deposit it in the casino. I
Mm,
don't know if you knew that. You could
mm.
deposit it in the casino on in an ATM machine, a ticket cashing machine. You put your money right in, deposit it right there, and then walk away
In
from the
your
machine.
account, in your bank
Goes
account?
right in your bank account.
I didn't know
Can't do
that.
that in California.
Oh, that's why I didn't know
Yep,
that.
can't do that in California or Nevada. I wonder why.
Thinking bastards.
I, but get a
There's
check.
a
I
lot
mean,
of
that $6,900. I could have just took a check for $5,000. You know what I mean? And said, if I lose 1,900, it's free money. Have fun. Go at it, but take $5,000 home at least, right?
either that or just don't gamble. That's it. After that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's hard, man. Like, but I'm really good at it. Number one, the reason why I'm really good at it now is because those hand pays are hard, like few and far between.
yeah.
And number two, if it happens, I'm really aware of it, man. I'm like, hey, we don't do this all the time, but when we do this, we have to enjoy it.
Right.
We have to enjoy it because it's a rarity these days. So Yeah, I heard about that with you. You hit that big major, and that's just a great feeling when you hit that, high limit major like that.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, let's talk about your channel a little bit more. I see you're wearing your shirt, a
Yep.
merch. Is that?
Casino Jackpot
Oh man,
777.
dude, you got it all going on, man. You got what? You're a young channel. You got 10 months or something, 8 months.
Yeah, it's
How
about
many
10,
months have
11
you
months
been?
now. April last year. Gonna be a
So
year soon.
you got it going on. Everything merch. You got the merch going. You got damn. Are you selling that, or you just wear that
I
right
just
now?
wear it for myself for now. I don't want to put out. I'm so picky on what I put out, so I haven't actually put anything out yet. But I'm working on it.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Like I got a lot of ideas, casino or rock and roll something, or you know, we'll see. I'll cross that bridge if and when I get to it. But I feel like the hardest thing for me is just balancing that gambling and that talking about the pitfalls for me, because I feel like it's important for me on my channel to do that. My core audience wants to hear that. I got people on my channel that just want to hear me talk about it, because they're coming back from the casino, they're feeling crappy, and they want somebody to just hear them. Even if I'm repeat mode on some of my content, on the new stuff, they just want to hear somebody talk about what they go through, and it makes them feel better, and it would make me feel better too, man.
Yeah.
If I'm coming off a $10,000, binge loss, and I'm driving back, I want to hear somebody that went through it and what did they do, like how they cope with it, like um they ever tell you that story where my friend almost banned himself?
No.
And yeah, my friend almost banned himself. This other guy I know, we were together at Yamava, and he's like, he had enough. He lost about $15,000 that night. We walked in, the he goes to the guest services, like, he wants to ban himself. So we go up to the room. They take you up to the room upstairs. The manager comes, and she gets all the paperwork together. And I go ask a question because he wanted me to go with him.
Mm.
And I asked the question to him. I go, or to her, because I wanted to know. I go, what's the steps for if I want to like change my mind and unban myself? And she goes, well, you have to do this, you have to do that. It was like a process, right? So my friend goes, you know what? Forget it. We just get up and walk away. We just, yeah, I changed my mind.
Change my mind.
I'm like, dude, what's your problem, dude? You're a real gambler.
That's funny.
So yeah, he heard that I did it on purpose. No, I didn't do it on purpose. I just want him to know, like, because I know that he's gonna gamble, man. I know he's a gambler through and through. I just wanted to hear him the details of what he needs to do to like unban, because I know he's gonna want to unban himself. And he didn't like what that lady told us, and he's like, yeah, forget it, because right now I'm feeling this way, and but tomorrow I won't feel this way, right?
Right.
So people want that like conversation. The worst time that you're gonna have when you lose is the night it happens.
Yeah.
That's the worst peak anger, kicking yourself. That the morning after is a little better. The week after, you're pretty much over it. Depending on how big it is, obviously, if it's your life savings, you're gonna have some trouble with
Yeah.
that. But like, the best thing to do, man, if you need to ban yourself, man. If that's the only action that's left taking,
Yeah.
and that's gonna make you not cause harm to yourself or anyone around you, man, just go ahead and it's not worth it, man. This whole thing should be just entertainment. Sure, we say it all the time on our channels. Say, is losing is not entertainment. This is not. We're just frustrated, man. We say a lot of things when we're frustrated.
Yeah.
Like when I lose, I say I'm quitting. But am I really quitting?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have. I think it's gonna be fun talking about all the different ways you can cope with this and how you can be a little strategic about it, and have a plan going in, have a plan coming out, and things like that. So hopefully, some of this stuff that we talk about in the future be able to help some people out. But at the end of the day, I know we talked about Mike Tyson already, but how do you respond when you get punched in the face? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's going to be the
Yeah.
key. So
So when somebody tells you, um, like I want to phrase this the right way. Like, do you consider gambling and casinos a hobby for some people,
Uh,
like a recreational, like you know, like a night out?
yeah. I crave it. I crave it. I crave it just like you crave a cigarette, or if you crave
Yeah,
chocolate or sugar or something. It's I'm a gambler, man. And
it's part of your life. Like that, it's just
it's
you.
it's part of my life, and I don't know how, you know if I had to take it out. Sure, I could. I mean, I don't know what I would do with myself, man. I mean, we have me and my wife, no kids, and this is just part of our lives. This is just something we plan and budget. It's like you budget to pay your
And
mortgage. We budget to gamble with it, with a percentage of our income. And that's just
yeah,
what we
and
do.
the thing is that your wife is into it too, so it's kind of like it's more acceptable. Like, okay,
Yeah,
it's fine, right? So you guys are both into it, and you know what? There is a see, you're a perfect example of that, where people say, because I get this in the comment section all the time, like gambling is the devil, gambling is this, casinos are this. I hope they all close down. I get all that. You have an addiction, you have a problem. You're gonna destruct, self destruct. But then I feel like there's people like yourselves that enjoy it. There's people like yourselves that are not destructive.
yeah.
There's,
Yeah,
so
I mean, it
you know,
can be. I mean, it just has to be managed. It's really difficult, you know.
yeah.
We enjoy, Vahagan. What we really enjoy is and how this started off for many many years, for probably over a decade, like 10, 15 years. We would go to Vegas, and they would give us free play, and they would give us a suite, and they would give us free massages and dinners and all these things. And we would pay $2,000-3,000 a weekend, and some weekends got expensive, and we would go once a month, once every 2 months, and we'd burn 2 to 5,000. And but we would enjoy the suites, we would enjoy the massages, we would enjoy all the fine dining, the sushi, the steak restaurants, the free play that you could play, percentage of the time on the house. I've had rooms with pool tables in them, and 4,000 square feet rooms before. So we really enjoy the whole experience, the fun of releasing, on the weekend, and just going to have a good time, and just enjoying it, and then gambling. And people say, "Oh, what show did you watch?" Like, what do you mean show, bro? I was gambling for 14 hours. I don't know what you're talking about. Did you eat? It's funny how you
Yeah.
have less of an appetite when you're gambling. All of a sudden, you're just like, did I have lunch? What time is it? Oh, shoot. We've been gambling for 12
That
hours,
reminds me.
bro. Like, what happened? you know?
That reminds me of people that go to commerce and they don't want to miss a hand. With playing poker, and they're like, okay, I don't want to miss a hand, so they get their food and like on the side while they're looking at their hands.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, do you consider yourself like how controlled are you though? Are you easily capable of losing control, or do you have that control where enough is enough? That's it,
I,
done.
so I never, so I lose control. I'm a human being. I mean, we all lose control. I lose control for sure. Do I lose control in the extent I wipe out my bank account, or
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm going to war again tomorrow because I'm like, I lost and I got to go get it back. And when I leave the casino, Hagen, I accept the loss. I accept it.
that, yeah.
It's at this point, when you have so many losses for over 24 years of gambling, it's not. It helped me with life as well, because when you deal with adversities in life, you just kind
Yeah.
of, it's going to be all right. Everything sorts itself out. You're going to figure it out. You just have to think about this, and you'll figure it out. And it's the same thing when
That,
you lose at the casino. You come home and I lost. It's time to move on.
that's what I meant. Like lost control as far as like you're just yelling, screaming, I got to get this money back. No way. No, no. So you just I get it. I get your answer. That
I'm
answers
a
the
pretty
question
quiet guy,
perfectly.
so I just kind of I get mad. My temperature gets a little warmer when I know I'm out of money. When I'm down to my last $50 in the machine, I'm just like shaking my head, like, what, man, this is. what happened? I had like $1,400, like not even 30 minutes ago, and you
You
know,
know what? With me, it's more of like the fun is gonna be over now versus the money I lost. Get it?
I have to go home. I'm done.
Like, yeah, I want to keep like, no, the fun is over now. Like, no more playing. The budget. That's the hardest thing because I tell people, I do this myself. I don't take my credit cards
Yeah,
to the casino. I don't leave. I leave all those things at home, bro. Like, there's no way they're gonna pry more money out of me if I'm done,
that's
right?
smart. Good for you.
I, I I don't take that, dude, and I don't even take my debit card. Like, I don't take any of that.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's like a kid. Get off the ride now. You're done. Go home. You're like, I
yeah,
don't want to
I
leave
had to do
Disneyland
it
yet.
because I used to be where like, hey man, can you sell me some cash? Like, that's so easy, right?
Yeah.
Hell no, dude. I'm done, bro. I am done. That's why I'm always aware of my bankroll, and it's hard sometimes to like be at your last $100 and know that, you know what, we got to go home now, but I'm okay with that though. I'm okay with the money I lost. Like, I'm okay because I only brought $1,000.
You just
I'm fine. That's the
you
point.
got to remember the times where you did have your ATM and you lost four times the amount you should have lost, and
Yeah, hell no.
you know what I mean. You got
No.
to remember those. Those are the times that I remember, and they make it okay. You know what I mean. I'm like, I don't want to lose four car payments today. Well, if I lost one car payment, it's fine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, because you kind of like, I don't want to say predetermined because we don't want to say that, right? But you kind of were like, yeah, I guess we can word expecting it, like, or you weren't expecting, or so. Okay, I lost. Now it's time to move on and do your thing and see you next time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the hardest thing. I know that's hard, but
Well,
you know what?
honestly, right when you hit a jackpot, if you should make all efforts. When you hit the jackpot, you should make all efforts to step out of the casino, even if you can get to your bank or something, and just deposit the amount of money you want to put away, and then just come back to the casino. You know what I mean? We're spending hours and hours there. Why can't you step out for a half an hour and go to the bank and just put the money in? It's not like your bank is. I mean, I don't know. I have some pretty big Bank of America, Wells Fargo, whatever bank you have. There's,
Wait a minute, wait. Let me stop you
yeah.
there. You go to the bank,
hmm
you got to have your credit card. You take
No,
your
you don't
debit
need
card, I
it.
guess.
You can scan
So,
with your phone. You could touch the. They have the touch thing like when you buy Apple Pay. You,
so you don't need to take your. Yeah, okay,
I have
all right.
because we have to put gas. Like if I go to the casino, I have to put gas in my car. Or whatever. I have to be able to tap pay at the machine or something like that.
Now let me ask you this because I don't know this. I don't do this. You know more than me about this.
Yeah.
When you said tap pay,
Yep.
is there a feature like that at casinos where you could tap pay cash
No, you
advances?
can't take money out of the ATM with a tap pay, but in a casino, but you can do that at your bank.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Well,
Don't get me into this.
you can tap and deposit your jackpot and then leave and then lose, and then technically you can go back and get the money if you really wanted to, but it makes it a lot more inconvenient for you, and so you can actually, if you're when you obviously when you win your jackpot, you're in your right mind, you're in your high, or you could think about you could think for a second, you know what I mean? But the minute my advice is, I don't care how much you think that machine is hot. If you're the type of person that could lose that money, quickly and up your bets, or like just get risky, or you're not going to leave anytime soon, it's a great idea. Just cash out, take that, take that jackpot you won or whatever amount of money you won. Go like if I would have won on that $6,900 jackpot, Vahagen, I would have. My plan was to leave with $5,000 and play 1,900. If I would have left the casino and went and deposited $5,000 and came back to the casino with 1,900, I guarantee you I would have lost that 1,900 and left. But it was so easy to just to reach in and grab another 100. Oh, my 49 now. Oh shoot! Let me put 400 on this one. Give it now.
48,
My 45,
47.
and all of a
That's
sudden the
another
whole door
500.
shut off on you. It's like, what happened here, bro? Oh, I was
Hey,
winning, and then all of a sudden they shut down all the whole casino on me. It's like, what's going on?
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
my card, or is it, when you talk about these conspiracies, these ideas, I can understand where you're coming from, because it's,
It just
how do you
all of a
run
sudden, right?
$3,000
Yeah.
and not get a bonus that pays more than $100?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but my famous mind. I don't want to say it's saying, but like my thought is that's another $500. Okay, I'm happy with living with four. Let me do 500. I'll leave with four, right? If it
Right.
doesn't work out, and you go another 500. Oh, I'm happy with 35. Now three. It's like, oh
You keep
man,
dropping it and adjusting and negotiating with yourself. Yeah.
negotiating with yourself, and then finally you say, you know what? I'll just pretend I didn't hit a jackpot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 And that's
that's
crap, man. That shouldn't be like
I,
that. You know what I mean? We should,
happened yesterday to me. I don't want to give away too much because I went yesterday, recorded some videos, but I'll say this one because I didn't record this one. Um, I hit like a 900. It wasn't a big major. I hit a major, an $800 $900 major, and ended up with about $1,100 credits in the machine. Ended up just dumping all that. Like I didn't cash out, you know. So it's like, okay, I'll just pretend that didn't happen. It didn't happen. It wasn't a hand pay, so it's good. I don't have a souvenir from the casino reminding me of this shit.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
But you know what? Look, your major that you won, 6,900, 59, whatever it is, that doesn't happen often, right? So, but when it happens, does it still sting right now to this day, thinking that you left $5,000 on the table?
Yeah. That happened about a month ago and it still bothers me.
It still bothers
Hmm.
you. Okay,
Because
all right.
what bothers me the most is I'm mad at myself for giving it back.
Yourself,
Yeah.
it's your
Yeah.
fault. Yeah, no one else but
Well,
you. Yeah,
because I've been gambling for so long and I know better.
and you should know
And
better.
how do you make this mistake after gambling after 24 years, bro? You do so well, and then all of a sudden, this one time, you just and literally it was that's the scenario you gave me. I just walked into the casino, and it was probably 30 minutes in, and I just hit that, and I'm just like, I don't want to get off the ride yet. You know what I mean? I'm going to risk 1900, but when you lose that 1900, now you just got punched in the face. Now what are you going to do? Are you going to walk out, or are you going to keep playing?
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I know, man. I know. It stings. Leaving money on the table like that stings. I have a story like that too. A lot of stories like that, but one that I will never forget. I walk into Yamava Lotus room, and there's the tiki fire machines. There's two tiki fire machines between a heartthrob. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yep. I know exactly what you're
Not even
talking about.
smoking.
Lotus
Yeah.
8.
Okay. So the right tiki fire machine by the table.
Hmm.
Sit there. My first $100, I hit I don't 12.50 spin, 50 cent denom, 12.50 minimum spin. I hit a crazy volcano bonus that pays me like there's times twos everywhere, bro. Like, bro,
Wow.
I got about $4,800
Wow.
from $12.50. Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was about wait, what was it? It was about 4,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money for 12.50.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hit that, and till this day, it hurts me because I had just gotten there, because I had just sat down. My first $100, I'm up 4,000 in 5 minutes. I lose. I ended up leaving $4,000 on the table, dumping my $2,500 bankroll that I brought with me that day. $6,500 turnaround because I was so stupid and dumb, and I just got there. So what? Okay, play 500 and leave. Get your rocks off with the $500. Take that 6 grand that you have in your pocket and get the hell out of there. Like I till this day, and this is like a year. It's been like 2 years. I can't remember. I can't forget that.
Yeah.
And like I said, you should know better. I should know better. We talk about this stuff, but it just happens to the best of us, right?
Yeah.
Like it just happens, and we got to curb that. We got to just from now on, man. We got to really be aware of our situation. People make fun of me in my channel in the comments. They always say situational awareness. Well, you keep talking about that, but what happened here, man? Like I said, this is gambling. Different things happen. We're not perfect, man. We're
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
There's a human element to gambling, man. There's a human element that you can't control. You can't tell somebody. You can't learn from. It's not something you read in books. It's something you feel.
Yeah.
And we screw up. We screw up. That's it.
Yeah.
So
It's psychological, and you don't get to train yourself that well on it, because how often do you win 5 grand, and how often are you in that exact same scenario, or a similar scenario where you
yeah,
won so much money and you were there for half an hour? If you were there for 8 hours, Vahagan, and you won 5 grand, might have been a different story. Maybe it'd been a different
yeah,
story, or maybe maybe
yeah.
we would have, who knows? But you walk in a half an hour in, or you just walk in and you win 5 grand. How often does that happen? And how often are you in that
Well,
scenario to be able to train yourself on that
and it
particular?
hurts.
Yeah,
It hurts. That hurts. And then also when you're in middle, you're gambling. When you hit something, it hurts because how often do these big hits happen? They don't happen that often. So when somebody hands you money in your hand, you better be smart enough to just take that money, man. What's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with us?
yeah,
Like, we always say we're gonna do it and we don't, and it's like, you know what? Screw this. Like, I'm gonna next time, next time, next time.
yeah.
But then when next time comes around, you always see the numbers, the lights, this, that. It gets, especially when you drink. I don't know if you drink when you. I don't drink.
Me neither.
I don't drink.
Yeah,
I don't want to drink. I don't. I have cigarettes, but that doesn't alter my mind or anything like
yeah,
that. But I know guys that have to drink to gamble. Like, I know guys that will not because they can't lose money. They get like all messed up if they're sober.
yeah, yeah. I know people like that too. Yeah,
But we'll tackle that topic. There's a lot of topics to talk about. Um, One thing I want to ask you is this: with gambling and winnings, like, obviously I know what you're gonna say, but this is the way I feel. Obviously I rather go in, lose, and never be up big than to be up big, lose that, and lose my bankroll. Like, I do not want to win big if that's gonna happen, right?
it's a lot more painful because you had it, and then it got taken away. You know,
Yeah,
Certainly more
yeah.
painful. And I'd rather go in
You,
and lose and leave and not win 6,900 and then give it almost all back.
you.
You know.
It wasn't taken away. You threw it away.
Exactly. I made the decision to keep putting
Okay.
that 100 after 100 after 100. You know what I mean?
And you know why? Because of the near misses, because of all these numbers coming up. Oh my God, look at this ball. Like, it's coming right now, right? Like, and then also you see somebody hit something. I just saw somebody hit 15,000 on Phoenix Link yesterday in front of me. Like,
Wow.
I was like, whoa, yeah, $50 spins, $50 spins, 14,000. She got a major. She got the major. I think it was double major
Oh, wow.
at 5,000 each.
Wow.
And then she got all these balls, and she was cool as a cucumber, man. Her husband came over and was yelling and screaming. The lady was just stone cold, like
Yeah.
ice in her veins. She's a gambler. Like, she's a gambler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she's a gambler.
When you don't have
I
an
saw a lady.
emotion about winning $14,000, yeah. You're a
I
little
saw.
numb to things like that. Yeah.
I saw a lady hit 90,000 grand in Lotus Room. Uh, 90,000 grand, and she was just like, not a smile. I was like, man, if that was me, because that kind of grands don't happen, dude. Like,
No.
grands don't happen.
Yeah.
If they do, I know guys that have won 3 or 4. Like, that's just crazy, right? But grands don't happen. Like, that auto moon machine in high limit smoking, all the way to the left, there's an auto moon machine. If you notice
Yeah.
in the smoking section, it's 8 8 8 8 8 8.
Yeah.
It's been like that. It's still like that, I bet. I mean, that thing is not moving.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do. These grands are hard to get. So
Yeah. Yeah.
if it happens, man, I'll be jumping. Vegas Matt does the victory lap. I'll do the victory like sprint all over the casino.
Yeah. Grant's hard to get. I
Yeah.
only got it once in my entire life.
Oh, you got one. What game was it?
It was and Dragon Link at Morongo.
Was it the high limit or was it the
No, I
15
was just
grand?
out. It was right in front of the buffet area, and it was just a cluster of machines, and there was probably 4 or 5 of them in a little circle. And just sat down. I was playing $5 a hit. I wasn't expecting much. I got a bonus, and it happened so quickly. Just I filled the screen except for one spot, and I hit the button. I had 3 spins to go. You know, it gives you 3 chances. I hit the button and I saw it flash, 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 boom, and it just boom on the first hit. I had 2 more spins left, but it gave it to me right away. And I'm just like, wait, what?
Where,
What happened? Did I won the grand? All of a sudden, I
where
look
was the
up and the
thing at?
grand reset to 10,000, and it says 13,500 and change. And I was like, oh my gosh! I went and grab. I was about to go grab my wife and say, let's go shopping at the outlets and go home. And I went and I put $100. Get this. This is one of the good days. I put $100 in another Dragon Link, and I hit a $2,000 ball. I left up 15, almost
Nice.
15 grand that trip, bro, and I just left. I was like, nope, we're going
Good,
now.
good, man, good.
Yeah.
That's what you want to hear, man. That's what you want to hear. I got a guy we met. My friend met him at the parking lot. Armenian guy, middle aged, maybe older. He's like, why is he depressed? He's like sitting there almost crying. He goes, well, I just hit a grand today for 70,000, the big one, and I lost it all. He lost it all. Now he's going back to Glendale, and he wanted to go get more money so he could come back and try to win that back. Can you
Oh
imagine
my
that shit, dude?
god. Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous already. You know, that. There's no excuse for that. But my brother hit my brother. I don't know if you know, but you know, I grew up with family, gambling family. My dad got me into it, not really intentionally, but we went to Vegas and that was it. You know, 10 years old. My dad was poker, you know, slot, big time slot player. It was always in the family. You know, like again, my mom wasn't into gambling at all. The way she was like if she hit something in the beginning, she's like, hey, I'm gonna keep it till the end of the trip, and I'm not gonna gamble one more dollar. Like, cause she really really appreciated the fact that hey, you know, money's money. But my dad was the opposite. He would gamble, and he's pretty much why like we got exposed to that. I'm not blaming him. We were just there, you know. He always told me, don't gamble, don't gamble. But then I see him gambling, and my brother too. He's into it too. My brother hit. You been to Paula?
Yeah.
So you know Paula, the bank of machines on the wall, all the way when you walk in to the right, their grands are bigger. You could still bet 50 cents, but
Hmm.
their grands go all the way up to 28,000.
Hmm.
Right? Yeah, their grands are bigger. I think the structure's a little different over there. It's a different type of machine. But yeah, it's a 28,000 grand with a 50 cent minimum bet. Okay. And he hit the grand on a dollar spin.
Wow.
My brother did. $1 spin, man. He told me the story. He got so upset that he hit orbs on a dollar spin because he's usually fluctuating denoms
Yeah.
and bet. And then it happened to hit on a dollar. And he's like, damn, you know, like I got 6 orb bonus on the dollar. Damn it, you know, right? He's pissed. He's pressing the button. He's pressing. All of a sudden, he hits the grand.
Wow.
28,000 maxed out. 28,000 maxed out grand.
That's crazy.
Send me the picture. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like you? Are you kidding me? Like I'm like yeah, right. I'm like, no, this can't be. Like, wow, you beat me to it, you sucker. Like, yeah.
That's
So
huge.
he's a casual gambler. He doesn't really. He plays like everybody else, but really not. Maybe he goes once a week or something.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's.
Yeah, because he lives really close to there. So
I see. That's cool.
um, so yeah, that's crazy. Like my first grand is gonna be a celebratory thing on the channel, right? So
Heck yeah.
good luck on everything you do on your channel, man. You're a good guy,
Appreciate it.
good spirited guy. I can tell from your lives, like you know you. Not a lot of these guys like to like even read their comments. Like some of them they don't even read their comments, right? Like unless they get like a super chat. And you know, I understand, you know, right? Like they're getting a lot of comments, but you know, you read a lot of your comments and you even shout out a lot of channels. And that's great. You know, you're coming from a good place. And like I'm a big believer in the rising tide lifts all ships. I'm not worried about views. If you're doing good and you're doing what you want to do, people will watch, man. If you just got to be real,
Yeah.
be authentic about it, right? a lot of guys in this space, you can tell they're fake, and you can tell they're just doing it for the paycheck. And that's what sets you apart and some other channels apart. Where I like to watch is because I know I'm getting the real you.
Yeah.
So anybody that hasn't checked out Avo at Casino Jackpot 777, check him out. We got some good things lined up here, guys. We're gonna start having some guests over, pick their brains, and have fun with this thing. I want to at least do once a week podcast. Maybe twice, but we'll keep it at once a week right now. Something to look forward to on the channel, and we'll cross-platform this thing. I want to figure out and see how we can do it. But yeah, man, this was a pleasure having you on, Avo.
This is awesome, and no spoiler, but I have a guest in mind that I think the channel is going to enjoy.
All right.
Okay, let's leave it at that. But honor to be here. I think this is great. I'm looking forward to future, the future of this podcast and see how this goes. And love your channel. Love my channel. I know I always tell people, man, we're all on Earth here, just trying to figure things out, man. We're all just human beings, and we all have a brain, a heart, and we're all just trying to figure everything out. Why not love it? Why not love and care for each other? My mom always said, treat everybody else like you would like to be treated, and I live by that, brother. And honor to be here. I love it. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to the future of this.
Yeah, man. Always same to you. Like I said, when I saw your content for the first time, like, this guy's genuine, and I really like this guy. So you can pretty much tell when somebody gels, like right away. Like, hey, you and then when you meet somebody and they kind of come off as a jackass, or no, there's none of that between us, and I feel like it's just natural. I feel like I've known you for years, bro. Maybe it's the gambling we have that relation to, but it's the vibe that I'm feeling, and I'm feeling a good vibe on this thing. So yeah, I got a lot of ideas, and me too. I got some people in mind, guys. So you want to stick around. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel and Avo's channel, I'll put all the links in the description on this below. Like I said, check him out. His videos, his live streams, his shorts. He does a lot of shorts too. Check him out. Show him some love, guys. Subscribe. And I don't know. The future looks bright. We're just getting started here. We're two young channels. And, here we come.
Let's rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Any last parting words or anything?
That's it. Let's see how the next one's going to go. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. I think we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, and by the way, if you got any suggestions or ideas, guys, of course, we really like you guys leaving it in the comments. All right, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Avo, you're great. Casino Jackpot 777. I bid you farewell for now. We'll see you next time. All right? Always remember, gamble responsibly and rock and roll. Bye, guys.